Hey yo, welcome to the wonderful world of Hungry Heath. Now I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I have studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly Eats steak. Every Friday night, we go live for the Friday Night Feast. Now this happens every Friday, 6:30 Central. We'll cook up an entree or maybe a couple little snacks, show you all how to do it, and then we'll just sit around and chew the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. We hope y'all can tune in sometime. But today's video, we are on day 29 of the Two Crazy Ketos July Chopped Challenge. And they've tasked us with making bone broth, or using bone broth. Y'all may have seen my video, I think I've done 2 videos on making different bone broths. Well, today we're going to do something similar, but we're going to be making a bone broth gravy to feed our dog Delilah. This has come as the inspiration for this anyways, has come from several members of the Hungry Horde. They told us how they do it, so I'm going to try doing it today for y'all. So let's get started.
Yeah.
So what we're going to need for this recipe is an assortment of various bones, our Instant Pot, enough water to cover the bones, and of course our Vitamix. So let's get started. One of the easiest parts about this recipe is you just literally throw it all into the pot. Just make sure that all just lands in there. We don't make a mess. Now these have been sitting in my fridge for a couple of days, and so they're kind of sticking together now. All the residue, whatnot, are kind of congealed together. So it's gonna take me a second to get it all in, but Delilah's gonna be so happy when she gets this. Alright, now we need to start adding the water. I'm just gonna use it to try and brush off my tongs too, or I'm sorry, wash off my tongs. Now this is a half-gallon jug I have here. If I need to, yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna have to go over here and refill the water. Because what you really want to do is get this completely submerged. Well, let me see here. Yeah, I can just make this work. Just gotta play with it and be a little more diligent. Now we're gonna lock the lid. Make sure we're set to sealing. And then we'll set it to go. Now for this recipe, it's not that critical about our cooking times. I just want to make sure it's done. So I'm just going to set mine to manual, 90 minutes. And then we'll go. We'll wait for it to turn on, and I'll show you all what's next. So my idea was, I'm going to take, I call this a spider. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like a sifter, I don't know. But it's handy for stuff like this in my mind. So I'm just going to scoop up as many of the bones as I can get. And then I'm going to start adding it to my Vitamix container. And I'm doing this over a towel in case I do make a mess. I have a tendency to make messes. You can ask the wife.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a kind of a clumsy cook. I'm very active.
Active, that's a word. Or you're very
enthusiastic.
You're like, oh well, cleanups for later.
Right. I gotta get the job done first.
No, I gotta clean up as I go. Comment down below. Are you somebody who has to clean as you go? Or are you like, that mess could sit?
That mess can sit. There's my comment.
Oh, I know.
This is pretty cool. I'm getting all of it up, most of it anyways, and into the container. I even got all the little guys too.
Yeah, look at the meat and stuff. Oh, that has the duck, right?
Yes, that's what it was. No, that duck carcass is still in the freezer.
Oh, okay.
But this was the oxtail. Something else. I don't remember when I was in here now.
All kinds of stuff. All right. And now you've got, what is it, about 3/4 full?
Yeah.
That's good. And then now you're going to add some liquid to it?
Yes. And if y'all remember, the liquid additives was just about a half gallon of water. It was a small pitcher of, or a container of the packaged tea, the unsweet tea. I always, I make my tea a gallon at a time, and when it's almost empty, I pour it off into one of those containers and start a new batch. I love that pre-packaged tea because then I buy that when we're traveling, and then I add my own sweetener to it. And it's real handy because the size fits my cooler just right.
And then what people told us on the Hungry Horde is we have the best members. They're so smart and they have so many wonderful ideas. And they said just blend this up and you'll get basically a thick gravy that you can add to your dog's food. And then all of those nutrients, not only in bone broth, which is very nutritious, but also all of the actual bones and ligaments and collagen and all that stuff.
And
okay.
I don't know if y'all can see it well enough, but there's also some meat in here too, so I'm sure she's going to love that too.
Okay, I think we got enough so we can start blending this because it's still pretty warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put the lid on it and then put the container onto the motor and we'll get it blended.
I always double check and make sure on my Vitamix that it's down and this is on a 1. And then I hit the on. Look at that. And then I just slowly increase it. So after doing this for about 1 to 2 minutes, that's what it looks like. Kind of like a paste.
It looks almost like a pudding to me.
Yeah. This is
I almost want to try it, but I know better.
Oh. So here's Delilah's dinner.
I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of this onto her food and see how quickly she devours it. Oh, yeah, she's going to love this. Think that's good?
Yeah, you know what I like about this? I see all the gravies all the time at the grocery store, and they usually have crappy ingredients. This is like really good ingredients.
Right.
And it's healthy. All right, let's let our guest,
expert
our guest have a taste, right?
Yeah. So what I'm going to do with the leftovers, I'm going to put them in a little freezer pack and just pour it off, slam it in the freezer, and the night before, day before, whatever, I'll thaw it out, and I can just spoon this off onto her food. And this give me a whole batch to last her probably a month, you'd say, right?
Probably.
Look at her all excited. You saw her licking her lips, shaking her tail. Here you go, baby.
Let's see if she likes it. I think she does.
Yeah,
yeah, she's like licking it. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for all of your suggestions. And if you like this video, definitely give us a like and follow. And then also comment down below. That really helps the channel.